Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
You see Nancy Carolina. Good evening. How are you?
Well, I'm very fine.
Great. How was your day?
It was excited. I
Oh,
was working.
you had to work today. Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad that it is almost over, right?
I over
All right. You finished with that too. Nice. Let's see, Melissa Areli. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, teacher.
Good. How was your day?
Good day. I go gym.
Oh, you went to the gym? Nice.
Gym in the morning.
Okay. All right. Sounds well.
Yes.
Crisia Magdalena. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How's everything? How are you?
Everything is fine. Me, I'm
Good.
good, thanks. How about you?
All right. I'm well, thank you. And how was your day?
It was normal, quiet, with a little job.
A little work? Okay.
Work. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Just a daily routine.
Okay. So it was just as usual.
Usual.
Okay. That's good, Crisia. Joanna
Okay.
Raquel. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today, Joanna? Sorry.
I'm fine, teacher.
Okay, great. How was your day?
Work my house.
Oh, okay. You work from
Yes.
home.
Yes.
What do you do?
¿Cómo se dice oficio? Los quehaceres, pues.
Oh, you're a housewife.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good. Just cleaning the house, doing chores all day long. That's very tiring.
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Yeah. All right, Joanna. Good. Let me see. Luis Enriquez. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you, Luis?
Very good, teacher.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. How was your day?
I was working every day.
Oh, okay. You were working all day long.
Yes.
You must be tired.
A little.
A little. All right. Okay. Let's see. Mayra Vilorio. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you, Mayra?
I'm fine, teacher.
Excellent. How was your day?
My day a little heavy, tired,
Oh,
and with pain in my eyes. I
oh,
don't know why.
really? You got sore eyes? That's pretty bad. I hope you feel better after you rest a little.
Yes.
Okay. Oscar Ortega, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you, Oscar?
Very, very well.
All right, excellent. How was your day?
Working all day.
Oh, you worked all day. Okay. Was it a good day?
What?
Was it a good day?
What? Very good. Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, all right. That's fine. Let's see, Luis Carlos Guevara. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How's everything? How are you?
Fine.
Okay, great. How was your day?
Calm, quiet,
Oh,
calm,
it
quiet.
was just quiet. Nice. Did you have to study or work today?
Study.
You
Study.
studied. Okay.
Yeah, you study.
All right. Nice. Julia Maritza, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today, Julia?
I'm fine, teacher.
Good. How was your day?
Very low, teacher. Relaxing in my work.
Oh, nice. You didn't have much to do today. It was calm.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, all right. I'm glad to hear that. Nice. Maria del Carmen, good evening. Oh, Maria Lorena, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today?
Working. I am tired.
A little tired. Okay. All right. So the day is almost over and we'll get to rest soon, right? That's the good news. Mhm. Okay. And let's see, Manuel Aristides, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you, Manuel?
Fine. And you?
All right. I'm good, thank you. And how was your day?
Oh, my day is a rest. Quiet day. Quiet day.
Okay. All right, that's nice. Okay. So let me start with the attendance. Let's see, everybody pay attention, please. Ingrid Carolina Sanchez.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Jennifer Noemi Carballo.
Present.
Thank you. Jocelyn Asiria Romero. Jocelyn Asiria Romero. Joana Raquel Cortés.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Julia Maritza Bautista.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Karen Elizabeth Calderón. Karen Elizabeth Calderón. Karen Stephanie Argueta. Karen Stephanie Argueta. Carla Iris Martínez. Carla Iris Martínez. Carla Vanessa González.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Katia Lisbeth Arriola.
Present.
All right. Tricia Magdalena Muñoz.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Luis Alberto Enríquez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Luis Alonso Mendoza.
Present, teacher.
Thanks. Luis Carlos Guevara.
Present, teacher.
All right. Luz Marina Hernández.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Mayra Lorena Portillo.
Present, teacher.
Thanks. Manuel Aristides Murcia.
Present.
Thank you. Marco Antonio Ramírez.
Present, teacher.
Okay. María del Carmen Jorge.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. María José Ábrego.
Present.
All right. María José Martínez.
Present.
Okay. Marlene Guadalupe Berríos.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Marta Lilian Guevara.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, Marta. Marvin Joseph Salazar. Marvin Joseph Salazar. Mayra Roxana Vilorio.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Melissa Arely Guardado.
Present.
Thanks. Melvin Antonio López.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, Melvin. Milagro Elizabeth Mira.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Nancy Carolina Mengíbar.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, Nancy. Oscar Giovanni Ortega.
Present, teacher.
Okay. And Jose Atilio Flores. Jose Atilio Flores. Okay. All right, so let's start with today's class. Let me just check the chat. Okay. All right, so yesterday we continued practicing the use of was and where, right? We have already studied the use of was and where for affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and yes, no questions. And now we are going to learn something different. So our lesson objective is by the end of this class, you will learn how to ask and answer WH questions with did, was, and where. Additionally, you will practice a conversation which illustrates how this topic is used in a real life setting. So let's see what we got. Let me play this video and then we get a chance to practice the conversation. And let me activate the sound. Here we go. Everybody pay attention.
Hi everyone. In this class, you'll learn to ask and answer WH questions with did, was, and where. Additionally, you'll practice a conversation which illustrates how this topic is used in a real-life setting. Let's get started by listening to a conversation titled, "Where did you grow up?" Let's listen and practice.
So Chuck, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. I was born there, too.
And when did you come to Los Angeles?
In 1990, I went to college here.
Oh, what was your major?
Drama. I was an actor for 5 years after college.
That's interesting. So why did you become a hairstylist?
Because I needed the money. And I love it. Look. What do you think?
Well,
Oh, poor Melissa, right? She doesn't know how to answer to that. So let's see, let's practice the conversation. Do I have any volunteers? Raise your hands, please, if you'd like to read the conversation. Luis Enriquez and Julia Maritza. Okay, go ahead. Julia, you start.
Okay. So Chuck, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. I was born there too.
When did you come to Los Angeles?
In 1990, I went to college here.
Oh, what was your major?
Drama. I was an actor for 5 years after college.
That's interesting. So why did you become a hairstylist?
Because I needed the money and I love it. Look, what do you think?
Well, you...
Okay, very good. Thanks for reading. Now everybody repeat, please. Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
College.
College.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Hairstylist.
Hairstylist.
Well, okay. So let's continue reading. Do we have a second pair of volunteers?
I'm teacher.
Mayra Vilorio and who was
I
that?
am.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Shuk, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. I was born there too.
And when did you come to Los Angeles?
In 1990, I went to college here.
Oh, what was your major?
Drama. I was an actor for 5 years after college.
That's interesting. So why did you become a hairstylist? Hairstylist?
Because I needed the money and I love it, look. What do you think?
Well,
Okay, very good. Thanks. And now repeat, please. Here.
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 Interesting.
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 Hairstylist.
Hairstyle.
Okay, let me have a third pair to read. Who's that going to be?
Me, teacher.
Crisia and
Me, teacher.
Jennifer Noemi. Okay, go ahead. Crisia, you start.
Okay. So, Chuck, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. And I was born there too.
And when did you come to Los Angeles?
In 1990, I went to college here.
Oh, what was your major?
Drama. I was an actor for 5 years after college.
That's interesting. So why did you become a hairstylist?
Because I needed the money and I love it. I love it. Look, what do you think?
Well,
Okay, very good. Thanks. Now everybody repeat, please. So Chuck, where did you grow up?
So,
So
Chuck, where
Chuck,
did you grow up?
where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas.
I grew up in
grew up
Texas.
in Texas. Yes.
I was born there too.
I
I
was
was
born
born
There too.
too. I was born there too.
And when did you come to Los Angeles?
And
when
you
did you
come to Los
come to
Angeles.
Los Angeles?
In 1990.
In
1990.
1990.
Here.
I went to college here.
I went to
Went to
college.
college here.
I went
Oh, what was your major?
Oh, what
What was your major?
here.
Drama.
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 I was an actor for 5 years after college.
I was an actor for 5 years after college.
That's interesting.
That's
That's
interesting.
So why did you become a hairstylist?
So, what did you become a hairstylist?
Because I needed the money.
Because I needed the
because I
money.
need money.
The money. Because I needed the money.
Because I needed the
I
money.
need the money.
Because I needed the money.
And I love it. Look.
And I
And I
love it.
love it.
Love it. Look.
What do you think?
What do
do
you
you
think?
think?
What do you think?
Well,
Well,
okay. Let's continue watching the video.
What do you think?
Well,
Now, let's analyze how to form questions with did, was, and where.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas.
When did you come to Los Angeles?
I came to Los Angeles in 1990
Why did you become a hairstylist?
because I needed the money.
How old were you in 1990?
I was 18.
What was your major in college?
It was drama.
How was college?
It was great.
How was college?
I would like to point out that the key to understanding this topic is to not get confused with the following question. When do I use did
When you
and when do I use was or where?
was
You must
or
remember the following. You will use was or where whenever you need to ask something related to the verb be. And you will use did for all the rest of the verbs in English. Now, let's analyze the questions and answers. We've already covered both of these topics. What we're doing now is presenting them together, hoping that it's not confusing or difficult. So, let's start with questions with did. When forming questions in the past tense with any verb that is not the verb to be, we can follow this formula. WH word plus did plus subject plus verb in the present plus complement. This is the case of our first three questions. Where did you grow up? When did you come to Los Angeles? Why did you become a hairstylist? First, we're going to add a WH word, where. Then we will include the auxiliary verb to form the question in the past, did. After that, we need to add the subject, you. Next, we include the verb in the present tense, grow up. Finally, we can add a complement. In this case, there is no complement. Towards the right hand side of this chart, you can see how these questions are answered. If you notice, the verbs changed to the past tense now because we're no longer adding an auxiliary verb. Let's move on to asking questions in the past tense with was or where. We will use this structure whenever we want to ask something using the verb to be. We can't say the following. Did you were a good student? This is incorrect. To form questions in the past using was or where, we can follow this formula. WH word plus was or where plus subject plus a complement. Let's break down an example from the chart. What was your major in college? First, we need to add the WH word, what. Then we need to add was or where. After that, we include the subject, your major. Finally, we need to add a complement and a question mark at the end. In college.
H.
Now it's your turn to practice making.
Okay, so that is what we have for both questions with did and questions with was and where. Now let's take a chance to practice the questions. Repeat, please. Where did you grow up?
Where did you grow up?
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas.
I grew up in
In
Texas.
Texas.
When did you come to Los Angeles?
When did
When
you
did
come
you
to Los
come to
Angeles?
Los Angeles?
I came to Los Angeles in 1990.
I
I
come to Los
came to
Angeles
Los
in
Angeles in
1990.
1990.
One more time. I came to Los Angeles in 1990.
I
I
came
I
to
came
Los
came to Los
Angeles.
Angeles in
1990.
1990.
Why did you become a hairstylist?
Why did
Where
you
Why
did
did you
you
become
become
a
a hairstylist?
hairstylist?
Because I needed the money.
Because I
Because I
needed the
needed the
money.
money.
How old were you in 1990?
How
How
old
old
were
were
you
you
in
in
1990?
1990?
I was 18.
I was 18.
What was your major in college?
What
What
was your
was your
major in
major in
college?
college?
It was drama.
It was drama.
How was college?
How was college?
It was great.
It was
Great.
great.
Okay, very good. Now, let me continue by explaining a little bit more about the WH questions. So first of all, remember that we have some different WH words, WH question words. We got what, which is for asking about things. Where, that one is for asking about places. When, we use that one to ask about time. Who is for asking about people. Why is for asking about reason. And how is for asking about manner. And sometimes we use how together with another word. For example, we would say how old, how much, how many, how long, and some others, right? So let's repeat the words. Everybody say what?
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 Where?
Where? Where?
When?
When?
Who?
Who?
Why?
Why?
How?
How?
Okay, I want you to notice that this one is who and this one is how. So be careful with the pronunciation. This is who, this one is how. Who, how.
How?
Okay,
How?
very well. Now that we know about the question words, let's move on to the WH questions. Well, let's start with the questions with did. As mentioned in the video, we use did as the auxiliary for all the verbs except the verb be, right? So you use did for asking about the past of any other action, but the verb be, right? We do not use it with the verb be. And then the structure that we follow is a WH word plus did plus the subject, then the verb, and then the complement and the question mark. And we get, for example, what did you buy at the mall? What did you buy at the mall? Who did you visit last night? Who did you visit last night? When did you go to the supermarket? When did you go to the supermarket? And let's try to answer those questions. What can I answer in the first one? What did you buy at the mall? Give me a possible answer, please. What could be an answer?
Yes.
I went to the mall.
I
went to the mall with my
Okay,
boyfriend.
check the question, please. It says, what did you buy at the mall? So I'm asking you
Yes,
what kind of things you bought.
Did you
I
buy
did buy
the
the last Saturday. At the mall.
Okay. All right. So check once again. The question word is what, and we mentioned that what is for asking about things. So I'm asking you about the things that you bought at the mall. What did you buy at the mall? I bought
shoes.
I bought
I
shoes.
bought shoes.
Good. I bought a pair of shoes. Very well. That's what you answer. So be careful with the question words because they may change the meaning of the question, right? For example, here, if I change it to, I have, what did you buy at the mall? But if I change it to, when did you buy at the mall? Then I'm not asking about the things you got anymore. I'm asking about when, the time or the date when you went. So what could be a possible answer for this one?
O sea que what le está preguntando qué y en when le está preguntando cuándo.
Exactly, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
So what can I answer to the second question? When did you buy at the mall?
I bought in Saturday.
I bought on Saturday. Yep, that would be right. I bought on Saturday, I bought on Sunday, I bought on Wednesday, or whichever day you want to mention. So be careful with that because, I mean, it's the same action, but we're asking for different things, right? What asks for things, when asks for time. So be careful with that. Okay, next question. Who did you visit last night? Who did you visit last night? How can you answer?
I visited my mom last night.
My mom last night. Very well. I visited my mom last night. I visited my best friend last night. I visited my boyfriend last night. I visited my neighbor last night. So there could be many different options. And then when did you go to the supermarket?
I went
I went
on Friday night.
I went to the supermarket on Friday night.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, there you go. So those could be some possible answers to these questions. And once again, be careful with what you are being asked about. So the WH word is the key here. Be careful with that. Then let's talk about the WH questions with was or were. So here we do not require any other verb, only was or were. That's the only verb we would have. And the structure that we follow is WH word, so it would be the same. Then instead of adding did and another verb, we would have was or were. And then the subject. After the subject, we add a complement and a question word, the question mark. And we get, for example, where were you born? Where were you born? How old were you in 1995? How was the party? Let's answer them. Where were you born? What can be an answer?
I was
I
born
was in
I was born in
El Salvador.
El Salvador, okay.
Oh.
I was born in El Salvador. How old were you in 1995?
0.
So you say, I was a little baby, let's say. I was a little baby. Okay.
I am a feto, no sé.
Okay. All right. And how was the party?
How was the party?
What can you answer?
It was fun.
Very well. It was fun. Right, excellent. That's how you answer the WH questions with was and were. So once again, remember, whenever you're using was or were, that's the only verb you use. But when you're using did, you need another verb. And remember that did is the marker for the past. And the other verb goes in the present, right? Because we already have the past, we did. So you say, did you buy? Did you visit? Did you go? Now, do you have any questions about this? Any doubts? No, we're good? Okay, so let's go to the breakout rooms for some practice. I need you to practice answering these questions. You take turns asking and answering. And also I got a second exercise. With this one, what you have to do is to make WH questions from the answers. So for example, here we have, they wanted to see Fiona. What would be the question? Can you try to make it?
Yeah.
So we have the answer, which is Fiona. Fiona is a person. So what is the WH word that asks for a person or people?
Who?
Who. Yes, we say who. Then what do we need? Do we need the
They.
auxiliary? Did.
Did.
Who did?
Fiona.
Fiona is the answer, so we do not include it in the question.
Yeah.
Who did?
They want to see.
They want to see. Very well. Who did they want to see? Fiona. Who did they want to see? Fiona. That's the answer. So that's what you have to do. You have to ask for the highlighted part. Here, this would be the answer. In this question, this is the answer. This is the answer for number 4 and so on. So look for question words that ask for example, here for time, right? Here for money, right? Like you could say how much. And here we're asking about manner. So try to solve those 2 exercises. And then when we come back, we are going to check. Let me send you to the breakout rooms, and I'm sending you screenshots of the exercises in just a minute. Here we go. I'm opening the rooms now. Okay. There you are.
No sé si esas.
¿Cuál? ¿Será eso? La otra no será. Mandó otra también.
So
No, la otra es esa.
La otra es.
You have to work on both. The first one is for answering, and the second one making questions.
Repeat, please.
Sure. The first exercise is for you to answer the questions. And this one that Nancy is showing now is, oh, Nancy, or who's sharing the screen? Okay.
This is the second one.
The one
Estas son,
that, yes, that is one of the exercises. This one is making WH questions. As in the example, you make a WH question asking for the highlighted part, the part in yellow. And the other questions are for you to ask and answer.
Okay.
All right.
Bueno, esta está en la pantalla. Si quieren, comencemos con esta. Ok. Sería hacerlas en preguntas.
Yes.
Entonces, si la 1 ya la hicimos, sería con la 2. Entonces, comenzaríamos con when. Cuando I get up.
What time?
What did
What time did you get up?
what time? Yo fui a las 7 en punto. ¿Cómo sería la 2?
No, pero no,
When did I?
Where she paid $10.
Maria Lorena, did you get number 2? So it would be what time did you get up? Or you could also say when did you get up? So it's more specific if you say what time, but both are correct.
Okay.
Okay.
What time did you? Answer sería okay. Why? That's all.
say,
Did.
No, pero del verbo. Del verbo. en sí.
Del verbo.
I did.
Porque le está preguntando, what did you do today?
Se responde, I
did my homework.
I
did my house.
I did homework.
In that case, excuse me. In that case, it depends on what you want to say. So you could use any verb to answer. What did you do today? So it could be, for example, I went to the supermarket, I did my homework, I answered some emails, I watched TV, I visited my parents. I mean, it could be anything that you did. It is not necessary that you only mention activities that go with do. It's okay if you say some other activities.
I played with my nephew.
Yeah.
How much did your shoes cost?
What?
How much did your shoes cost? No sé cómo sería ahí. How much did your shoes cost?
How much money?
How much?
Yeah.
How much money?
Yeah, so you could say they cost $30, for instance, or they cost $5. I mean.
Okay.
How much did you shoes cost? The Who did you see yesterday?
¿Cómo?
I did see Watch TV. ¿Qué vimos el día de ayer?
Teacher.
Yeah.
En el
Hi.
pasado es
Ah, sí, aquí en vimos, ajá, porque who es
Yeah,
quién
it's
es.
who.
Who did you see yesterday? I did see my friend. I did see
Remember
my
that.
mother.
Teacher.
Tell me, Milagro. Ajá.
Le voy a hacer la pregunta en español. Yo estoy confundida porque cuando estoy usando, por ejemplo, aquí, who did you see yesterday? Ese es el verbo sí para, según yo he entendido, se va a convertir ya en pasado. Y ya en la respuesta no tengo que poner la palabra did o sí.
Exactly. You don't use
El
did.
sujeto y verbo en pasado.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
I saw.
I saw.
Pues en la segunda sería como I saw my brother, mother, algo así.
Yes.
I saw with my mother. In the park. What did you do last weekend?
I went. I went the park last weekend.
I went to the park last weekend. Yes, that's a good answer.
Okay. I went to...
¿Cuánto le costaron los zapatos?
I went to the beach with my family.
Very well.
Yesterday. What did you do last week?
What number? Number six.
Did.
No lleva
el
did.
No, pero no, en este
Sería
caso, el
how
was,
was your class.
por la... No, porque esta es la respuesta. Entonces, solo quedaría como...
Nosotros
how
tenemos que contestar a según,
class, hasta ahí.
hacer la pregunta según la respuesta que están dando.
Ajá, que está dando ahí.
Le está diciendo que estuvo interesante la clase. Entonces, ¿qué le vamos a preguntar? ¿Cómo estuvo
Le
tu
vamos a
clase?
preguntar cómo estuvo tu clase. Entonces, did sería how did you class? The class.
In that
Exacto.
case, what is the verb?
Interesting.
Si lleva was.
What's the verb? Was. Exactly. You're using was. So in that case, you do not need to use did. You use was. You keep it.
Entonces no sería the class teacher, sino que the
How
classmate.
was your class?
How was the class? How was the class?
How was the class?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hoy siente.
How was the class? How was the class?
How was the class?
Entonces en la 9 también sería was, late.
Yes.
Pero
Sería
en
si lo ves,
pregunta.
sería
You're giving a reason because I had an accident. Reason. What's the WH word that asks for reason?
Why?
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 Exactly.
Why was late?
Why?
Was you late?
Why were you late?
Why
Were you late? Okay.
was were you late?
Why were you late?
Why were you late? I was late because
Why were you
I
late?
had an accident.
No, solo sería why were you late? Y él está
Why
diciendo,
were you late?
por el
Ajá.
que tuvo
Why
un
were you late?
accidente.
Ujú.
¿Por qué llegas tarde?
Porque lo amarillito es la respuesta, ¿verdad?
The
De lo que...
answer.
Sí, es la respuesta.
Ok. Entonces, number 10,
Yes.
quiero ver,
The
sería...
kids were at the candy store.
Where,
Sería
Where, no.
Where
Where,
we were.
where were they?
Where
where
were
the kids?
¿Por qué los niños no?
¿Dónde están los niños quizás?
¿Dónde están los niños?
¿Dónde estaban?
¿Dónde estaban
where
los
were the
niños?
kids?
Decían,
Where
where
were-
the kids?
Where are the kids?
The kids.
The
Where
kids.
were the kids?
That's correct. Where were the kids?
Okay.
Hello, have you finished? Hi, is anybody there?
Hi. Vamos a la segunda parte.
Okay, that's fine.
¿Ya no iba a compartir? Ok. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yo creo que aquí sería, what time did you get up?
Segunda.
Yes.
¿O when? ¿Cuándo?
Yeah, it could be any of them. When or what time? What time is
Okay.
more specific though?
Ajá, yo lo decía porque ahí está específico que se levantó a las 7 en punto.
Ok. En la tercera. She paid $10. Who? Who paid $10?
How many?
How much?
how many?
For money.
How much? How much money?
Much.
Did she pay?
How much did she pay?
For her shoes. Her shoes, pardon. His
Yeah,
shoes.
if you want to add that, it's fine.
Okay. And number 4. The meeting finishes late. Igual, ¿verdad? What time?
Yes, you could use what time or when.
When?
Yeah.
When they finish the meeting.
When did
When did finish meeting or meeting finish?
the meeting finish? When did the meeting finish?
When did the meeting finish?
Mhm.
Number 5. I ate an apple pie. Comí un
Okay, welcome back everybody. Please turn on your cameras so we can get the screenshot and then we check. Everybody turn on your camera. All right, I'm taking the first screenshot now. let me just save it and then take a second one. Okay, here I go with the second screenshot. Please stay there. All right, I got it. Thanks. And now let's take a couple of minutes so we check the second exercise. I think that was the more challenging one. So let's try to check it together. Question number 1, we already mentioned that it is
How did they want to see?
Who did they want to see? Exactly. Who did they want to see? And how about number 2? Oops.
When did you go? When did you get up at?
When you get up at?
When did you get up? We would say here.
What time did you
Or
get up?
what time? If you want to be more specific, you would say what time
Did you get up?
did you
What
get up?
time did you get up?
Yes. What time did you get up? Or when did you get up is possible as well. Next one. She paid $10. What's the question?
How much did she pay?
How much
she pay?
How much did she pay? Number 4.
La reunión terminó tarde.
When
did
meeting finish? When did the meeting finish? It finished late. Very well. Number 5, I ate an apple pie.
What did you eat?
What did you eat? What did you eat? Okay, number 6. I played tennis last week. When
What
did you play
do
tennis?
last
Did you
week?
play?
Here you would say, when did you play tennis? When did you play tennis? Last week.
Yeah.
Number 7, they brought to Ellen.
How did they write?
Who did they write? They brought to Ellen. Next one, the class was very interesting.
How was the class?
How was the class?
How was the class? Very interesting. Number 9, I was late because I had an accident.
Why were you late?
Why were you late? Because I had an accident. And the last one, the kids were at the candy store.
When were the kids?
Where were the kids? Where were the kids? At the candy store.
On the candy store.
So that's how they go. And then just for you to know it, with when we can use it for asking about time, or we could also answer when with a specific day or date, for instance. And then if we want to be specific about clock time, then we would use the question, what time? What time? If you want to get an exact hour, an exact clock time, then you would ask what time. If not, if you don't...
una hora específica, teacher.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Then if you do not mind about the answer you're getting, you may just ask with when, and then you may ask, you may get an answer about the time, or it could be about the date when it happened, or I mean, there could be different answers for when, and then what time is just specific for clock. All right, so let's take the attendance and then we finish. So let me see here. Okay, Ingrid Carolina Sanchez.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Jennifer Noemi Carballo.
Present.
Good. Jocelyn Asiria Romero. Jocelyn Asiria Romero. Okay. Joana Raquel Cortés.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Julia Maritza Bautista.
Present, teacher.
Very well. Karen Elizabeth Calderón. Karen Elizabeth Calderón. Okay. Karen Stephanie Argueta. Karen Stephanie Argueta. Carla Iris Martínez.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Carla Vanessa González.
Present.
Okay. Katia Lisbeth Arriola. Katia Lisbeth
Present.
Arriola. Okay. Crisia Magdalena Muñoz.
Present.
Thank you. Luis Alberto Enríquez.
Present, teacher.
Thanks. Luis Alonso Mendoza.
Present.
Luis Carlos Guevara.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Luz Marina Hernández.
Present, teacher.
All right. Mayra Lorena Portillo.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Manuel Aristides Murcia.
Present.
Thanks. Marco Antonio Ramírez.
Present, teacher.
All right. María del Carmen Jorge.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. María José Ábrego.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. María José Martínez.
Present, teacher.
All right. Marlene Guadalupe Berríos.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Marta Lilian Guevara.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Marvin Joseph Salazar.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, Marvin. Mayra Roxana Vilorio.
Present, teacher. Thanks for the model.
Okay. It was a pleasure. Let's see. Melissa Arely Guardado. Melissa
Here,
Arely.
teacher.
Okay.
Here.
Melvin Antonio López.
Present.
Milagro Elizabeth Mira. Milagro Elizabeth Mira. Nancy Carolina Mengíbar.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, Nancy. Oscar Giovanni Ortega.
Present, teacher.
All right. And Jose Atilio Flores. Jose Atilio Flores. Okay. All right. So that will be all for today's session. And we finished the course. So congratulations, everybody. It was a real pleasure to be here with you, working every night and sharing a little bit with each other. So thanks. Thanks for everything. Take care and continue learning English. Continue practicing. Keep going. Take care,
Thank you,
everybody.
teacher.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for
Good
everything.
night. It was really nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Take care.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
See you soon.